Hey there, welcome back to our continuing coverage of the National Farm Machiney Show 2023 located in Louisville, Kentucky. This time around, we're going to continue on with some interesting interviews with some of the vendors here at the show, showing some of the innovations that you can expect to see, and of course, showcase some of the spectacular sights you may have missed out if you were not able to attend the show. And lastly, we're going to be going through and doing some behind the scenes interviews with some of the local YouTubers that we ran into on Wednesday while we were there. And then lastly, a little bit of a family excursion on our own exploring outside the walls of the exhibition center. If you're not familiar with my channel, feel free to hit the subscribe button located down below and turn on the bell so that you can be notified of all the upcoming videos. And after this video, head on over and take a peruse around all of the interesting videos we have there, showcasing our first generation family farm and all of our failures and adventures. And now, let's take a look at the show. That's a big old planter.
That is pretty big.
How many rows is this? 50?
Oh, what are they, 20-inch row? 20 inch?
Say it's 60 foot, whatever that
It's
is.
60 foot, so that would be what? Well,
Man.
36 row.
36 row?
Yeah.
That's a hog.
I can't count that. You down? You doing taking video for something?
Yeah, for YouTube.
Oh, YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to get this guy.
No, you don't need me on. No.
All right. What are you guys here for besides causing trouble?
We took our wives. We sent them shopping today. So we just
Oh.
come down.
They dropped us at the front door.
Did you give them money or did you make them take their own?
They took their own, but they got the credit cards.
Oh.
They got plastic.
Exactly. So they have the money.
So yeah, so we're here just killing time today.
So you guys are here all day then?
Probably.
We
Yeah.
don't know when they come back and pick us up.
You might
If
just,
they come back
you
and
might
pick us
just
up.
stay the night at one of the tractors and stay over a little extra.
Hey, we slept in one before, so
Yeah.
no big deal.
We have.
So now do both of you guys farm?
We do.
Yes.
So what do you farm?
Where do I farm?
What do you farm?
We have corn, wheat, and beans.
Okay.
And then we have some hogs. Then we run a seed business.
Oh, okay. So
Corn,
you
wheat,
guys.
beans, we do specialty corn, white corn.
Oh.
So double crop.
Okay.
So yeah, that's. And I have a little bit of livestock, have a few cattle.
Oh.
Just on the side as a hobby.
Okay.
You know, 30 head of brood cows.
Oh, okay.
We live about 20 miles apart. Kids was in 4-H together.
Oh, there you go. So do you guys come every year then?
No.
Last time we came,
It was 10 years ago, they
10
said.
years ago, and then we went shopping again. They took us out to eat that night, though.
So it gets expensive for you guys coming out here because those women just like to spend the money.
We don't say a word.
No. They gotta have fun too.
Yeah, there you go.
They take care of us all year long.
Oh,
They're
you
domestic
go.
engineers.
They're domestic engineers. Oh, yeah.
Domestic engineer. That's a very good way to put it.
And your wives are gonna like record this video and be like, remember what you said, honey?
Yeah, we gotta be careful, don't we?
What was your name?
Benny Hain.
Okay, and what was your name?
Joe Eisterholt.
You guys didn't change your names for your wives, did you?
No. No, we didn't.
No, actually, he's Joe and I'm Benny.
Okay, so who's gonna say their wife's prettier?
We're not going there.
We're not even going to go
They're
there.
both gorgeous.
Oh, there you
We call
go.
them Gigi. Gorgeous grandmas.
Oh, that's
Kate
perfect.
Maria. Yep.
Kate and Maria.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, I hope you guys have a fun show.
Oh, we will. We've already had a fun show just talking to you.
Oh, well, good.
Exactly. Thank you.
No problem.
You have a good day.
You too. I'm always on the lookout for a better grass seeder than what we've been able to use before. So when we saw this, it definitely got our attention. Maybe this might solve some of the issues we've been having with planting grass seed. Let me show you.
See right here, here's what's used on the inside, and this rotates around like this.
Yeah.
So the seed is up against there, and the seed comes to the tube right here and just drops down into the tube.
Oh, that's nice. So it's evenly spaced on that. It's not like
Right.
stuck everywhere.
Exactly. So see, it just comes around here, and it drops it right in the tube. So you got an
That's
even
nice.
seeding. I know it. This is made in New Zealand. This is new technology, and they've been around for several years.
How hard is to replace those?
It's not. I'm with the USA Regenerative Ag, and we bought one of these
Okay.
3 years ago. We rented out, and
Oh.
they're wonderful. These are the easiest thing to hook up. I used to work for NRCS for 40 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have calibrated about every different type of seed drill that there is. This is the easiest one to do.
And this is specifically for grass then.
Well, you
Or
can
can you
do
put
it for
other
small
seeds?
grain.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do cover crops. See, here's your gears right here. Main driven. Seed chart right here. So you've got range 1 and range 2, depending on your seeding rates. All you have to do is just
Oh, okay. And
Yeah.
so it's ground driven.
ground driven. This comes up. If you look inside there, that's turning right now.
Oh yeah, it's turning slowly.
I let a landowner put in native warm season grass seed. It don't work with beards on it. When he got done, I had to clean this out, and the only way to do it was to take that bar out and take each one of these and vacuum it, because them beards stuck
yeah.
to
Well, a
it.
lot of times we get
It was
seed,
probably
like,
Indian
a lot of times
grass.
We can only get seed that's coated.
That's fine. That's no problem.
When I saw somebody riding around on one of these flying through the building, I had to stop to chat about it. I'm just joking. Nobody was flying around on the building today on one of these. But in theory, you could.
I could easily lift you off the ground and fly you around.
Made by DJI, the Best Way Ag Drone has a lift capacity of 220 pounds, but it can hold 110 pounds of granular material or 80 pounds of liquid material. It's a hog, and people have literally flown on this drone. So if you have like a cow loose, could you effectively dangle a noose from it and then like collect the cow and then kind of leave it back?
Theoretically, you could do that. I'm not sure how comfortable I am with that situation, but theoretically, you could do that.
As long as the cow is not afraid of a giant
At this
horsefly
point in time, I'm going to need you to sign a legal waiver, if you don't mind, because I don't want anybody out there getting any crazy ideas. They go, well, Best Way Ag said. But theoretically, if you were a good enough pilot, you could do that. But yeah, it's surprisingly quiet though. It doesn't make as much noise as you would think.
I could see that. Have you tried riding on it?
No way, no, not
Have
a
you
chance.
put like a swing beneath that and like try to carry somebody and just?
We're not putting anybody underneath one of these things. There's way too much liability on that.
Gotcha.
If you look at the clearance between the props and you get them together, you've just got inches there. There's not enough margin for error right there. I
Yeah.
will say there are some YouTube videos out there where there are some individuals in Southeast Asia who have gone for a ride on one of these things. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to condone that.
Is that why your hair is like curly? Is because that you just got tangled in the propeller?
This is all natural.
So what is the advantage of using this over like a different type of planter? Like why was this created specifically What was the niche for it?
It's aerial application. Okay, so what it's doing is it can bring aerial application to the masses.
Oh, so it drops seeds, basically.
It drops seeds, drops and spray. Okay, so
spray. Yeah, I can see that.
Exactly. So fungicide, things of that nature.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Because sometimes there's areas like we have crop sprayers in our area, and they will do some really small fields, but sometimes, you just have a lot of tree cover, and it's just too hard to get in there.
It's hard to get in there. The helicopters sometimes have a hard time, and of course the crop dusters, the fixed wing, they definitely have a hard time with it.
Yeah.
Drone application is going to be a whole lot easier for that. With the obstacle avoidance features that they have, the 360-degree radar, you can get into some pretty tight places in the different sizes. They have a smaller one that's a T10 on up to the larger one, the T40 like that. So there's something out there to fit pretty much any need you might have.
Now, how long can it fly for?
That's going to depend upon load that it's carrying, weather factors, things of that nature. 15 minutes, 20 minutes maybe, just depending. You have to be really judicious about your load management with it.
Right.
Okay, it's like with anything else. It's the prior preparation. So as you're mapping your fields, you want to be as efficient as you can. You want to make sure that it doesn't have any dead fly time.
Right.
Okay, so that's time where it's not actually physically spraying. You want to minimize that. We recommend everybody, every time that it comes in to fill the tank up, just swap the battery out, because that way you're sure.
Okay.
We tell everybody, set your controller for like a 20% rate on it.
Right.
That way, when the battery gets down to 20%, it's
It'll
going to come
return
on
home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you do that, you're not going to have any issues with running out of batteries. The batteries with the charging system charge in about 9 minutes. So
Really?
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty quick.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very quick. So if you have, a 3 to 4 battery system, you're not going to run out of power.
That is very cool, yeah. And then we walked by the bush hog booth, and boy, did I get the shock of my life. Is this a tedder? Bush hog makes tedders and hay rakes. Tedders and hay rakes. Who knew? Definitely not me. That definitely took me by surprise. And the hay rake, of course, is your standard type of wheel rake, but the tedder? I've never seen a tedder like this before. Definitely had me intrigued, curious to see how it actually operates out in the field. The cool thing about the National Farm Machiney Show is that you can find products for every type of category of farming. This is called a power planter, and we've actually kind of seen them online a little bit, so it was kind of nice to be able to see them in person and talk a little bit more about what makes it unique. We had been considering getting them for planting Christmas trees. Both now and down the road when we're going to have to do some replanting, which we're going to have to do some replanting this year for sure. And then Eric and I had an argument as to what size hole we dug last year, and Eric was right. It was a 6-inch hole, not a 12-inch hole. Oh man, things just always seem bigger in hindsight, don't they? Anyway, so we might look into this for future planting, so stay tuned for that. I just turned my camera on too.
Hi.
Hey, Coop.
Wandering around.
So where have you guys hiding out at?
Just me here with a tight booth.
Oh,
Cole's
awesome.
in Texas, so figured I'd come here.
Oh, nice. So how have you been doing? Like last I knew, like you were again through high school and you were the last.
I graduated.
Aww.
I did. I got my diploma and was farming.
Aw, so you're farming, but you're the techie genius behind most of that stuff out there.
I'm the techie guy. I just fix with the brain.
Well, you're the yeah. Oh, but no, you did a great job while I was out when you guys. I was very impressed.
Oh, I forgot you came down, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah. What?
Did you run the combine?
I did run the combine, and I was there.
Broke it, didn't you?
No, it was broken when I got down there. But I got to see you guys go through and fix it, and how you ran through and you problem solved the whole thing. And I know no offense, for someone your age, that was very impressive. You know.
I tried.
No,
Most
you did a
times
good
we gotta call
job.
and have someone else fix it. And I act like I fixed it.
Oh yeah, hey, that's okay.
Don't tell everyone my secrets.
It's okay. So are you still living at home with your mom and dad, or you
No, I
moved
live
out?
with my friend Presley and then my friend Garrett. So
Oh, awesome.
Presley and Garrett bought a house with a shop. They run a trucking business, so live there.
So are you still doing hay? I saw that you're doing some hay. How has that been going?
Good. Did probably 1,500 bales this year. So
Was that small square or rounds?
Round bales.
Oh, nice.
did some corn stalk bales this year, so that was new to me. Exciting.
Yeah? Was that off your fields or off someone
No, it
else's?
was a neighbor that has cattle.
Okay, I was going to say, because I know you guys usually do the whole no-till thing and you
Yep.
pack them down in, but...
So our neighbor, he was trying to beat the rain He had beans left, so he was picking beans, so I went and baled his corn stalks for him.
Oh, nice.
Try to do the nice thing, I guess.
Yeah. I don't think we ever do bales out of corn stalks in Michigan.
Oh, really? Okay.
And not that I've heard. I mean, maybe somebody does, but.
Yeah. Like right now, like a guy the other day bought corn stalk bales at a sale, and I think they were $50 a bale, which is
really
good money.
The cows eat that?
Yeah, you can feed it out, but then they use it for bedding as well.
Oh, okay.
Instead of straw. Well, because straw is kind of expensive too right now,
Right,
isn't
we don't
it?
have a lot of that in our area, so they just bale the corn stalks and then they just put it in the lot, and they just kind of spread it out, and they just kind of
lay in and give something to.
But then they eat it too. They'll grind it up. And feed it out, so.
Awesome.
Yeah. Kind of cool. I don't know much about cattle,
but you're learning.
That's right.
You know how to feed them a bale. Hi.
Recognize the face, but I can't remember.
Suzanne.
I'm Tanya. Tony's wife.
Oh, okay. From Tony's Tractor?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Nice to meet you.
I'm over here. I'm over here. And who are you? I'm Erin. I'm so glad you could make it.
Yeah. Do you guys want to introduce yourself?
Ask me that. I'm also behind the camera all the time.
Yeah, I've seen you on video too. Your name? I can't remember now. How are you?
Hi. Nice to meet
Big
you.
hug. How are you?
I'm good.
Enjoying yourself?
So this is Tony
hey,
and
you're
Tanya from Tony's Tractors.
Tony's Tractor Adventure.
Yep.
So out of all the different TYM tractors, which one do you use the most?
My go-to tractor, believe it or not, is the T25.
Really? Because
Yeah.
it's small and you can just
I
get a
can
lot of
jump on
stuff
and off,
done.
do a lot of little things around the farm, and most things it'll lift like 1,300 pounds.
Okay, yep.
So it's pretty
I like
handy.
the big one better.
It's the irony of it is so if we go out to get on tractor, she'll get on 474, and then I'll get on the T25. But like I do a lot of things around the log yard where I just need to pick up a 1,000-pound log.
Yeah.
I don't, it's just handy. It's agile. So yeah, I like the T25.
Now that's a hydrostat, isn't it?
It is.
Have you done the hydrostat versus the geared?
Yeah, I grew up on tractors, so I had T25 doesn't have its own hydrostat.
Oh, okay.
So the 474 you can get it in 474 you can get it in shuttle shift, but I'm not for what we do it doesn't work for us because we do precision. Like we'll take a log up and we precisely set it on the sawmill. Yeah, stuff like that.
Okay.
Motor work. Yeah, motor work. We do a lot of motor work and stuff like that. So yeah, the hydrostat's a better fit for us. Now if we're gonna be out like maybe what you guys are doing, hay, that shuttle shift save you some fuel and give you a couple horsepower.
Well, when we were reading online, like the hydrostat versus the shuttle shift geared kind, they recommended doing the geared because you were less likely to burn out the clutching system. It does better for long usage at the same speed.
Now,
So
those hydros, does it have a cruise control? Does it? Oh, nice. Yeah, you just go like. I'm a retired Army officer for maintenance. I've done all kind of heavy. You don't have to put all that in there, but I'm saying I've done a lot of heavy hydraulics, and I'm not even concerned about hydrostatic anymore. It's just been engineered into it now. You'll like most of the dealers, you talk to them, they've never taken a hydrostatic transmission apart ever. Nice.
It's a good
So,
tractor.
and if you see what heat up on you too bad though, it's got a hydraulic oil fluid in the front. Okay. So they pretty much piped in all of the what's important to make the hydrostatic last as long as the there's actually some talk I listened to. One of the guys I know, he's a dealer out of Texas, and he went over to South Korea and watched them test each one of the transmission. And the hydrostat, you would not believe what they put a transmission through for it to pass the test.
oh yeah, I mean they got to work out. I mean Eric really puts ours to the test. I mean he really burns it pretty good.
Braking, right? It will stop once you take your foot off the pedal. It will stop. Yeah.
I had the pleasure of talking with Tanya from Tanya's Place, Tony's wife, and she has a very interesting greenhouse project that she's been working on. She was telling me about this amazing greenhouse that they built together and how she plans to turn it into, well, I don't even know what you would call it. It's not a she shed because it's not a shed, and it's not a she garden, So I think she's gonna have to come up with a name for it, but it's a special place that's gonna be decorated on the inside as kind of her own little sanctuary. So if you guys have wives that like to garden, or if you like to garden yourself, definitely send them over to subscribe to her channel, because I am curious to see how she's gonna make this greenhouse happen. And I had a lot of fun talking with both Tanya and Tony at the exhibition. Unfortunately, we couldn't stay too long on Wednesday as our little one was getting quite grumpy and tired, but on our way back, on the way out, we ran into Country View Acres, who was also at the TYM booth. I did not manage to catch Stony, who was supposed to be around there somewhere, and Hamilton Farms as well. Maybe next time I'll be able to run into those guys at the event, but I'm sure they had fun regardless. Let's not do that. So the boys are planning to pan for gold, and I'm looking for gemstones. And everyone's looking for geodes, which I don't think they're gonna be geodes in this type of stream. So we tried to do a lot of research on this, but at the end of the day, you know, we're not familiar with this area. We've never done this. And most of the locals are pretty tight-lipped about where to find this sort of stuff because, you know, they look for it and they sell it. So,
cross that right here?
No, not right there, but you probably could maybe. I don't even know where Dad's going. Yes, that's right. We decided to pan for gold, look for gemstones, and look for geodes while we were out in southern Indiana. And it was a lot of fun. It was definitely an experience. And I have so much footage actually that I thought would be cool to include. So I think I'm actually going to put it into a different video. So I do apologize, but it will be worth waiting for. So you'll just have to wait until next time to see what we actually found. Oh, guys, don't forget we have our giveaway happening right now. So be sure to leave your comment on this video and any future videos, as well as the last video, for your chance to be entered into our drawing to win the Aurora heated jacket. It is a great big giveaway, and I'm so excited. That jacket definitely saved my butt coming back to Michigan, because when we got back, there was snow everywhere and it was so cold. I definitely was not prepared for that, but I was, because I just had to hit the power button on my jacket and I was toasty warm. So definitely leave your name. Make sure you're subscribed so that if you do happen to win, I can notify you very easily. And of course, until next time, guys, take care. Love you. Bye.